Hey guys, I'm back and today I'm going to just be doing some makeup playtime while we chat about everything that's been going on so far in 2025. And if you're new here, my name is Jasmine. I love playing with makeup. I love project painting and just enjoying my collection as it is. And most of all, I hope you stick around. I'll have a playlist of all my other get ready with me style videos linked below, and I just got a lot of stuff, so make sure to stick around. So without further ado, let's hop straight into the video. So I'm going in with a little bit of this Farrah Smooth Focus Face Primer. I don't know how I feel about it. It feels like tactily very interesting because you think it's going to be just like a smooth primer, but there's something like kind of cooling about it. So it doesn't feel like a smoothing primer, but sometimes I feel like products have a hard time sticking to this. Especially the foundation that I've been going in with the most often. I feel like this Tier cushion foundation doesn't stick to it very well, and that's the one that I've been using the most, so I'm gonna try something different today. Let's go in with a little bit of this NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in Santa Fe. This might be a little too dark for me, but this is genuinely, like, this right here. I'm not going anywhere today. I'm just doing my makeup to film and to just kind of recuperate. It has been a busy couple of months and I just needed a little bit of time to reset, and now I wanted it to do some fun, maybe graphic liner or something. Speaking of it being a busy couple of months, my normal uploading schedule has been all out of whack. I really tried my best, but I have not been uploading like I originally planned to. I've been trying to keep my project pans running smoothly because those are series that I think are the most timely, and also those are generally, what people are here for. And then like 2 weeks ago, I went to my work's headquarters to do a final bit of training, and then now I'm gonna be flying and doing some shadowing and doing a whole bunch of stuff because I have finished the last bit of the formal technical training, and so it's time for me to start taking over in a newish job, which is really exciting. It is requiring me to move, so I'm moving again. But so that, two different things. One, very excited for these changes that I've got coming about. And a little bit sad that I'm going to be moving much farther away from family. I'm moving out of state, which is, exciting and also a little bit scary. And it'll be a good time. So I'm working on getting everything organized so that I actually can move. And then hopefully in a couple of months, I will have things more sorted out, and then I can actually get back to my normal 3 uploads a week schedule, probably starting in like July. Once I'm settled, I'm gonna try to do like 1 to 2 a week over the summer, like between now and then. Right now, I'm not as busy and I haven't packed up all my makeup yet, so I'm gonna try and maybe do a little bit of pre-filming just to get a couple things into the books, just in case things really do go haywire. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I really wanted to come back and sit down and say, oh yeah, I've got it figured out. I'm going to be back. I'm ready. I'm organized. But if I'm being honest with myself, that's just not That's just not happening. I think I'm going to be able to keep making good progress on my project pans and hopefully continue uploading once or twice a week between now and when I get settled. And then when I'm settled, then we'll reassess the upload schedule, maybe go back to the 3 times a week, see how I'm feeling. It's sad because usually at the beginning of the year, that's when I feel the most like inspired. I typically have a lot of ideas. I did a challenge in March where I did my makeup every single day, and in 2024, when I did those challenges, I did a lot of reels or shorts or whatever they're called, and had a lot of fun with it and created a lot of content around the challenge. And as even though I was successful and I did do my makeup every single day, I was just not, a lot of it was really quick makeup, and so it just wasn't as creatively very fun. So maybe I can, once I'm feeling a little bit more into it and I have my new filming setup done, I could do maybe like a shower makeup challenge or something where I, touch up my makeup or do something wacky or something every single day for a week. That could be fun. So yeah, that's kind of where I've been at. Just really busy with work and figuring out some moving logistics and getting trained, and everything was breaking. I have been having a lot of car trouble, which is something that I've never talked about on this channel before, and I'm not really looking for any legal or logistical advice. I've already gotten that advice from professionals that are family friends and stuff, but I have not had my car since last July, and now that I'm planning on moving out of state, that's become more stressful. And just, I felt like everything was breaking. My glasses broke, and like some shoes broke. Like I was just kind of losing it a little bit. I lost the plot, and I didn't have time to do much else other than just pull myself together. But now I've been working in the right direction. I've been loving this Hermes blush, which is just like, of course I do. Do you ever like get something expensive and then you love it and you're like, why do I like such expensive things? Like, why can't I hate this? But it's also like, I don't want to hate it and have it be a waste of money. This was a gift. I've never spent this much money on a blush, but still. There we go. It's just so pretty, and it's really hard to screw up. I feel like I can really go ham with it, and it's just a very nice cheek, like wash over the cheeks. And then sometimes it's fun to go, in with like this nude glow shade from my Hourglass palette, kind of as like a highlighter blush topper. I do think, like, objectively, the idea of having a blush topper is like so specific. You know what I mean? It's not like foundation. It's like it's like such a specific step to be like, and then I go in with blush topper, and then I go in with this. Like it's a shimmery blush. Like calling it a blush topper sometimes feels a little bit extra, but it's fun. I think I'm going to go in with this Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, and then maybe I'll set that down with a matte cream eyeshadow, and then we can play from there. I was hoping to play with my Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette, because I love this palette, and also it would be nice to play with some of the, like, darker shades that I don't reach for a ton. I'm just going to go in with this big fluffy brush in the shade Matte Aura. and tap it. It's such a pigmented matte cream shade. I remember the first time I went in with it, I was like, whoa, that is bright. It really does a good job of like blanking out the lid on my skin tone. And then I think I'm going to go in with this black eyeliner from Lancome and smudge it into my lash line. And tight line with it. And I'm just gonna smudge it out with my finger just a little bit. I'm not just behind on filming, I'm also behind on TV shows. I am not caught up on Summer House, even though I am dying to know what's happening with the Paige and Craig situation. I know we don't get full answers to that because the actual breakup happened after filming wrapped and they just kind of picked up cameras a little bit, but still it was kind of wild. Just, I don't know, to have these like big breakups back to back, like Lindsay and Carl and then Paige and Craig. And the season so far has been pretty cool. Like I've been enjoying it. I'm gonna go in with this Ico Black Magic pencil, and I just want a little wing. That's all I want. And then now I'm gonna go in with this Danessa Myricks Twin Flames Multichrome Pigment and go over the black, I think. I've tried using this as a liner before and struggled with it a little bit because the formula can sometimes be a little bit patchy. I'm gonna be honest, if this was $25, I don't think I would buy a second one of this formula just because it's a little patchy, and if I was gonna buy something that I knew was gonna be a little patchy, I'd just buy the About Face version of this or the ColourPop version of this. Or buy a non-liquid eyeshadow and get another like Terra Moon Cosmetics powder multichrome eyeshadow. So that was kind of my take. I'm going with Matte Ritual along my lower lash line. It is still beautiful. It's not easy to work with. I think that's kind of the vibe I get from Danessa Myricks products in general, to be honest. It's kind of like a makeup artist brand, and it's not necessarily meant to be like the most consumer friendly. So we'll see. I just took a bunch of it on the back of my hand, and then I'm just gonna go over. Oh yeah, that was the move for sure. And mostly because I still have a little bit on my hand, I'm going to go in with a a shade from my Morphe Madison Beer palette. I'm going to go in with the shade Stained Glass on my inner corner. And really drag it up. And mostly just because I have a lot on the back of my hand, I'm just going to go in. I think you can see I'll probably speed through all of that because I wasn't really talking, but you can see that I struggled a lot more with this upper part than when I was tracing the black liner, just because this isn't always the most forgiving medium for applying product, but I think this turned out pretty cool looking, if I do say so myself. I'm probably going to go wash this brush off so it doesn't get completely coated in gunk, and I will be right back with some mascara on. I think this turned out really cute. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking a lot about what kind of look I wanted to do today, and it really struck me how many different ideas I had, like how many different looks I wanted to have, or how many different shadows I wanted to play with, because I was also like, oh, you know, it would be really fun to use like ritual more and do something with like the dark browns, maybe a little bit of story. And then I was like, well, I never used this row very much, so maybe I can do like a grungy smoky eye, or I could do something colorful, or I could do something trying to use a bunch of my Panthers eyeshadow shades. Like, I just had so many ideas, and I kind of wanted to reach for this because my friend sent me a link or a screenshot of the About Face Beauty liquid duochrome multi-chromes, and I was like, oh my god, those are so beautiful. And I was like, Jasmine, you have one. You should play with it. So that was largely what inspired the use of this today. But it's beautiful, regardless of whether or not I happened to have it. Like, remind me to be reminded that I have it. I'm going to go in with Huda Beauty Lip Contour and Trophy Wife. This is kind of a tricky formula. I feel like it's hard to use it with a light hand, and then like once you start using pressure, it doesn't budge. Like you're not getting that off anymore. So you got to be careful. I'm not gonna lie, I feel so much better than when I sat down to film. I was like, doing stuff like this is something that I know will make me feel better when I'm tired and don't really want to do much. But I don't know. I want to do this more. I'll make sure to pack a couple fun things in my makeup that travels with me for the next couple weeks before I get settled, so I can still do a little bit of this. Let's do this Buxom full-on plumping lip cream in the shade Rose Julep. There we go. Do I want to do something on my lid? I'm like half tempted to put a little something on my lid, and the other part of me is like, Jasmine, chill. I don't have chill. I'm gonna go get my MAC palette. 1 second. So for shades that are like kind of iridescent and a little bit duochromy, I have this one called Cosmo for my Natasha Denona Mini Star palette. I have some of these Plum Luxe Pearl Fusion shadows from MAC, but what I was really looking for is this. This is my MAC Solar Glow ×9 palette. I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Sugared, which is kind of the pinky one. And I'm gonna pick some up. So sorry you missed all of that. And just tap it on the lid. There we go, that's a little better. Adds a little more dimension to an already full of dimension look. Ah, this was a hidden gem in my collection. Pan those eyeshadows really helped me discover just how beautiful that palette is. Okay, there we go. Crisis averted. I have now added glitter. So that is everything that I have for today's video. Thank you for hanging out with me today while I, went a little crazy with the eyeliner and just chatted through some things. If you are a frequent regular of this channel, things are going to be still a little bit slow. I'm working through it. I'm going to try and do as much as I can right now while I have a brief moment of respite, but you can still always expect project painting content, maybe a reel here and there, and hopefully another get ready with me very soon. That is, I moved, yay! Welcome back to the normal schedule in a couple of months. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having an incredible, awesome day wherever you are, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys.